From the Tribune News Network, this is Newsbreak. I'm Krishna Russell. Police seized more than $3 million worth of marijuana in an early morning drug bust. Assistant Superintendent Audley Peters said Drug Enforcement Unit officers received information this morning about a jitney that was suspected of transporting marijuana. At around 3:30 a.m., the officers intercepted the bus, fitting the description, and officers followed the bus onto Boatswain Hill and then onto a dirt road. ASP Peters said passengers on board the bus attempted to throw the items from the vehicle. Mobile patrol officers then collected 4 bags which contained suspected marijuana, while DEU officers continued their pursuit of the bus onto various dirt roads in the Boatswain Hill area. The bus ended up on the side of the street, and 3 suspects escaped from that bus, ASP Peters said. Police found 100 sacks of marijuana, which weighed 3,053 pounds. Those drugs have an estimated street value of $3,053,000. Social Services and Urban Development Minister Obi Wolshcombe has questioned spending related to the government's National Food Distribution Initiative as his ministry prepares to take over the program. The National Food Distribution Task Force's work is set to soon come to an end, and Mr. Wolshcombe and his ministry is working to move with haste to introduce a new food program as soon as possible. He said, quote, "So as far as the food program is concerned, it comes to an end, and then we have to absorb the individuals. I just don't understand why we are spending $800,000+ a week. I have a difficulty with that, and they're buying through a second hand, which makes more sense to have warehouses of food and cost for the distribution, and we can buy them directly from the manufacturers or the producers of the factories." The minister said he is also committed to bringing positive change to the country's needy as soon as possible. He said his ministry wants to help homeless people find some short-term housing, as well as assist them in gaining employment so they can transition to independence. Some Haitians in Inagua have been disorderly while being detained, according to Island Administrator Marlon Leary, who told the Tribune accommodating a large number of migrants has been challenging. Mr. Leary said the situation has brought to light the need for a detention facility in the southernmost island. It has also been overwhelming for some residents who've expressed concerns that those being detained could escape custody and, quote, take over the island. Additionally, there is also a fear of the spread of COVID-19 and cholera. The official said there was currently an outbreak of cholera in Haiti, so health officials were keeping a watchful eye and have separated sick people from those who are healthy. Mr. Leary was contacted yesterday after a video and voice note were shared on social media platforms, purportedly giving some insight into the ongoing situation. In the video, a group of Haitians being held under a tent appeared to get rowdy. A separate voice note claimed residents were overwhelmed. Asked about it yesterday, the island administrator said both the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and the Department of Immigration officers had done a good job of bringing order. The head of the Consultant Physician Staff Association has said it is too early to determine if COVID-19 infections are trending downward, noting several factors could be contributing to the drop in confirmed virus numbers seen over the last few days. Her comments come as the Ministry of Health reported another 77 new COVID-19 cases and 8 virus-related deaths on Tuesday. Health officials said the deaths occurred between September 2nd and September 23rd. The victims were all from New Providence and their ages ranged from 46 to 70. On Monday, there were 65 new infections recorded, while 67 cases were confirmed on Sunday. This means the country now has 20,984 confirmed virus cases, in addition to 531 virus-related deaths. In an interview with the Tribune yesterday, CPSA President Dr. Sabrika Pinder-Butler said it is important for Bahamians not to let their guards down, as the confirmed tally does not accurately reflect the true numbers of COVID. Your complete news and information source, this is the Tribune News Network. In international news, with President Joe Biden's government overhaul at risk, Democrats charged into high-stakes trouble today as a promised vote on the first piece, a slimmer $1 trillion public works bill, faltered amid stalled talks on his more ambitious package. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi assembled her leadership team for a morning meeting and emerged determined to push ahead, strike a deal with Biden over his bigger $3.5 trillion effort, and avoid what would be a stunning setback if voting on the public works bill failed or had to be scrapped. The inclusion of 2 women in Japan's leadership race, the first time in 13 years. There hasn't been only men, surprised many, prompting some hope for progress for a ruling party long seen as sexist and out of touch. But their sound defeat, that was no surprise. For some women, it also underscores that the Liberal Democratic Party, which has ruled the nation almost without interruption since World War II, still operates in a thrall of older, deeply conservative male heavyweights, and that women are a long way from being equal in politics. The Tribune's AccuWeather update: a service of Bahamas Power and Light Company. High pressure will remain the dominant weather feature across the country today. Boaters should remain vigilant for possible waterspout activity. For all areas, it'll be partly to mostly sunny, very warm and humid, with a few scattered showers and the chance of an isolated thunderstorm, mainly offshore this afternoon. Mostly fair and mild, with the chance of a few passing showers and isolated thunderstorms tonight. Small craft operators should be alert for gusty winds and higher seas in or near heavy showers or thunderstorms. Winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots this afternoon across all areas, but increasing to 15 to 20 knots over open waters by evening in the northwest Bahamas. Seas 2 to 4 feet across all areas this afternoon, building up to 4 to 6 feet over the ocean by evening in the northwest Bahamas. We'll have a daytime high temperature of 88 degrees and an overnight low temperature of 72. The sun will set this afternoon at 6:55 and will rise tomorrow morning at 7:02. That's Newsbreak. Details of the day's top stories in the Tribune newspaper now on the streets, or stay up to date online at Tribune242.com.